I'm Marti Willet, and I am the president of Digital Marketing Recruiters. A candidate-driven market is when there are more job opportunities than there are candidates. And when that happens, it makes the experience really competitive for the employers because candidates have multiple job offers on the table, and you have to try really hard to attract that top talent for your role. The opposite of a candidate-driven market is an employer-driven market, and that is where there are way more candidates than there are job opportunities. In that scenario, the employer can be a little bit less competitive with their job offerings, their benefits, because candidates need the job instead of the vice versa, what I just described. So when you are trying to attract top talent, especially in a candidate-driven market, showcasing your culture is going to be really important because a lot of candidates take that into consideration when they're making their decision on accepting an offer. You can do that with videos online, making sure your branding's on point, and also showing them when they're in the interview process, whether it's in person during a walkthrough after the interview or virtually. But it's really important to show what the culture is like and help the employee imagine themselves in that environment. Optimize the candidate experience when it comes to the interview process. Some of the ways you can do that are to make sure they understand the interview process up front and not to change the interview process during that time. Make sure you don't have too many steps and too many hoops for the candidate to jump through. Obviously, you want to vet the candidate enough to make sure that you find the best fit for the role, but asking them to do unnecessary steps will make them back out of the process. You want to make sure that you're showcasing your branding and who you are as a company online, in person, during the interview process, and all the materials you hand out to candidates, and it needs to be really consistent throughout. So when you are in a candidate-driven market, it's really important that you attract the top talent by offering as many benefits and flexibility as you can. After COVID, a lot of people are used to working remotely. When you get to the job offer stage and you've attracted the top talent, it's really, really important to make sure that your offer is competitive or above competitive market value, because these candidates are most likely going to be having multiple offers, and you want to make sure yours is the most exciting and enticing for them to accept. To specialize the recruitment and interview process, you really want to make sure that you're speaking to the candidate themselves. They don't want anything to feel templated or that they're just a number or part of the process. You want to make sure, you're including the small details and really taking care in the way that the job offer is presented and all the details that go into that. We can provide a lot of insight into how the candidate will best receive the offer, what they need on their end, and any other details to include. The big thing is the use of AI. I personally feel like while AI can make you really efficient, it's still very, very important to have human eyes and the human element within the recruitment process because you are dealing with people. Technology is always ever changing in the recruitment process. A lot of candidates, especially ones that are top tier, are going to want to understand the growth path within the role that they take. If they don't feel like there's growth opportunity within the company or the role, they're most likely going to accept another role where they do see that happening. DMR can act as a partner to make a great first impression by understanding your branding and your culture and your benefits and the compensation package, and really relaying that to the candidate up front and making sure that everything's consistent throughout the process. Let DMR partner with your company and score the top talent in a candidate-driven market.